Hello everyone, welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer, and it's the one we've all been waiting for. It's probably the most anticipated RoseCraft Blades traditional knife they've dropped yet, and it speaks for itself. It was sold out on RoseCraft's website within a few hours, and it's pretty much sold out everywhere else. I think there's a few still available here in the UK at Heine Haynes, and it is the no-lih-chuh-kee Jack, and it's RCT11. From the traditional line, comes in their standard sort of beige box. We've got the RoseCraft logo on the front here, the interlocking R and C. We make knives for people who love knives. Got their website on either side, and on the back you can see the logo again, the RoseCraft no-lih-chuh-kee Jack RCT11, the barcode, and of course this was made in China. Inside the box, very simple pull tab box. I do love their packaging. It's probably some of the best out there, I really feel, because it's nice sturdy cardboard. You also get this really nice foam cutout which holds the knife really snugly, and because it's not too deep, there's not really any room when you put this in here for the knife to fall out, so it always comes to you in absolutely superb condition. And along with that, as it's a D2 steel blade, the knife does come wrapped in some tissue paper, and it's all pre-oiled to keep it nice for you. Excellent to see. Just pop this to one side and we'll take a look at the knife. Been really excited for this one since it was unannounced. So here it is, the no-lih-chuh-kee Jack. It's 4 inches closed. Just look at that right there, so you can see bang on the 4 inches. We have this vintage moss brown bone scales on here, or covers I should say. We have stainless steel integral bolsters and liners all the way down, and you can see the quality of that is second to none. No gaps whatsoever, just an absolutely beautiful knife. We do have nickel silver pins holding this all together. You can see they are perfectly flush with no proudness at all, wonderfully polished off and finished off superbly on the front and the back. The bolsters are of course lined and pinched on either side, and as well on the front then you have the stainless steel RoseBud shield, which they're very much known for. I can't get over how good the colour of this knife is. Like their bourbon bone and their grey smoky bone and even the white bone they've done has been superb, but I think this really takes it for me. I love that vintage style bone, and look at the colours and the grain of the bone in that. Fit and finish is phenomenal. Bang down the centre, yet to have one that's had any quality control issues. And Andy and his team do their own QC once they have the knives in, and they do a superb job. They always make sure it's clean for you. They polish up the bolsters and scales, things like that. I mean, just look at that. Really sort of traditional old IXL pattern as well. A nice modern take on it, something they're doing really well. You can see we have this nice long pull to open up the knife into a nice half stop, and then we have this wonderful sort of spear blade on here. Got the RoseCraft tang stamp there, and I'm really sort of digging this now. At the start I wasn't too sure, thought it was a bit plain, but I'm really digging it now. They do a great job of that, and it's always stamped perfectly as well. We have the heavy swedging at the top of the blade. The style I do like, where it's like the immediate drop down into the swedge. I'm not a huge fan of the slow sloping swedge, but this one really does it for me. You can see that long pull in there as well, and the blade grind on there, or the grind lines I should say, on the belly of the knife. And then this thing came absolutely razor sharp out of the box, and just listen to this snap. Really wonderful. Edge on there, perfect all the way round, really uniform. Nice little sharpening choil as well. On the back then, edge grind, ignore the fingerprints. This has been used today. I've been out and about carrying it, taking some pictures for you guys, things like that. You can see the edge is perfect on this side as well. And you can see the swedging is on the reverse of the blade too. Really nice strong point on here as well. Great for puncturing, things like that. And really nice belly. It's just going to be like an all-round user knife for me. Can't wait to put this thing to the test, as it is a real sort of, for me, I can definitely get a 4-finger grip on here easy. So any guys with larger hands, this will be a perfect one for you. We have D2 steel, fantastic steel, love the D2, really sort of hard use, holds an edge fantastically well, and makes this a real user for me. Andy Armstrong's maker's mark there on the left, and then the model number RCT11. Let's take a look at the blade length for the UK. So if I do tip to tang, let's sort of measure that out, and you can see we have 1, 2, 3, just a hair over 3 inches, but a cutting edge of way under 3 inches. So for me, this is fine to carry. Please bear in mind that some coppers, if you do happen to get stopped, may sort of knock you for that if they measure the whole thing. But for me, I haven't got a problem carrying this. And really do urge anyone that's thinking about getting this, pick one up quick. Over at Heine Haynes, I'll put a link in the description for them here in the UK. They are selling fast, and there's a reason for that. These are absolutely fantastic. So have a listen to the walk and talk. Nice into the half stop, and then a really solid snap down into the close there. Looking at about 6.5 on the pull. You can see we have a stop pin in there to stop any sort of blade wrap, and that fits nicely in the sharpening choil, stopping the blade hitting any of the back springs, so you know you can have a perfect flat smooth edge every time. I just love how audible this thing is. Really wonderful design. So kudos to you, Andy. You've designed another gem. No, it's a new take on an old IXL pattern, but what you've done for this and brought it into the modern era is fantastic. I know a load of the community were really sort of keen to get their hands on this one. I know the guys here in the UK, we've been talking about it since it was announced. They did drop on Heine Haynes yesterday morning. I know a load of people, or was it Monday morning? Could have been Monday morning, but I know a load of people had theirs delivered yesterday, same as myself, and we love them. They're fantastic. Just look at the blade. Just everything about it is flawless. And for me, I know I said I loved the gun stock, the Savage Creek gun stock, which we'll actually take a look at those both together now. Now, the Savage Creek, bear in mind, is a real user for me, so the blade is absolutely filthy. So excuse that, Andy, but I know you want these to be used. And it's going to be a real strong toss-up for me between these two knives for my sort of, honestly, knife of the year for this year. There's some real strong contenders. Of course, we've got the Savage Creek gun stock, a little bit smaller and definitely a UK legal knife with that smaller blade. But then the beauty and the functionality of this, how could you not want one of these no-lih-chuh-kee Jacks? Phenomenal. But there we go, guys. That's my review of the RCT11. That is the no-lih-chuh-kee Jack from RoseCraft Blades, designed by Andy Armstrong. Really hope you enjoyed this review. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.